Hey everybody, what's up? Another edition of Final Fantasy SpeedRun. We're just gonna get this started here. I know last time I had some... okay. I know last time I kind of screwed up with the audio, so let's get this going the right way. First thing we're gonna do pop-up chat. And if this is the speedrun one, let's mute this. So we're gonna mute this one, but we're gonna do the pop-up chat for this one. Chat. Alright. And then the other thing we're gonna be doing is, but we're gonna be broadcasting this one for the audio so that it sounds right. Alright, this should work out a lot better. So let's get this started. And I find I can size this a lot quicker and better when I have this save file open because it seems to be the perfect dimensions. So let's get that ready. There we go. Okay. So where we were on our last run in episode 4, we're getting close to the end. I was showing you how to source farm, and I'm gonna show you a couple tricks. I'm gonna show you a couple tricks on how to do these last source farms, so you don't have to. You're gonna save a lot of time with these last 2 sources. Because we're down in the submarine, the sunken Gelnica. I don't want to have to keep resurfacing, right? So I'm going to show you a couple items that we can steal, or an item we can steal just to speed things up, so that we don't have to keep resurfacing and going to the shop and getting single items. All right, so without further ado, we'll start in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay. So good. We have ink already started, and we're gonna go down again. Make sure you don't have emerald weapon. Just wait in there. So, so the reason we put ink up here is because we can steal it. So basically, every time we use ink, we're gonna steal it if we can. I'm just gonna save here. Alright, so you're gonna go into this side corner here, and I think that's it. And just a reminder as to why we don't use any other. Alright, so kill 2 guys here. We don't use much materia here just because you don't want the stats to throw you off. And you're gonna find the 2 sources we're getting down here are luck and speed. All your guys' luck is gonna be low, but you're gonna find once we max out each other's luck, almost every hit becomes critical. So defense is kind of null and void. Let's see if we can also steal ink from this guy. Now that we've used ink, let's just keep going. I believe we steal ink from these guys. We're going for bad raps and poodlers, and the best part is we only fight bad raps and poodlers here. Poodlers will give us the speed source. Bad raps will give us the bad raps will give us the luck source. What we can do is we can just resort and bring ink back up to the top. If you go against poodlers, we do have enough items, other items that we can use in the meantime. But until then, if you can use ink, use it. There we go. And I'm just gonna check out Cloud's luck. Okay, so Cloud's gonna need a whole other 99 and more. I found that in my last run that I didn't stream, if I didn't give Yuffie some power sources, she'd sometimes have to try morphing twice. I believe the bad rap, so it's good that she got about 20 in her last episode. So again, we're trying to get their speed and luck up to 255, Cloudberry and Sids, and then any runoff goes to Yuffie. And Dexterity. Yeah, we're gonna need another 99, almost 99 for Dexterity for Cloud here. This honestly, oh, I think I screwed up. That's brutal. That was a waste. See how it comes. Look, we are at the tail end of this game, and it gets a lot of fun right after this. So, and you're always, every time you have that empty spot, resort. Sometimes I gotta switch between index and middle finger and just doing my thumb back and forth because it's almost like your brain just kind of gets overwhelmed with repeated commands. And then we're also gonna steal Link here again. And it's good to have ribbons here because you can get poisoned, you can get, you might go like a few ailments these guys will give you. So let's steal. I really like that Master Command steal on that mod. There we go. That was locked. I'm pretty sure Cloud's gonna need a whole swath of them, but then he'll almost be done with luck. Yeah, so after we're all done here, I'm gonna show you the Lucky Sevens trick. If you've been tuning in this whole time in every episode, I'm going to show you one of the coolest tricks I came up with years ago to get Lucky Sevens. Just bear with me. And I'm pretty sure because Cloud has enemy lure on, it'll appear that he maxes out at... it'll appear that he maxes out at 253. But this is good because Cloud will be maxed out for luck, and then we got Barrett and Sid. Speed sources, I don't think they're as low. Like I think I've seen guys luck as low as like 14 or 30. All right, let's steal. All right. There we go. Sometimes you'll get X potions here too, but I don't like to wear those down too much. So. 25 of these. Let's get it down to 70 and I'll just show you what I mean. Because he's got enemy lure on, I think enemy lures are, yeah, luck minus 2. So it is actually, he does actually have 255. It's just, as you can see with stats effects. So I used to do source farming and I would have all this materia equipped, and then when I unequipped the, whatever, accessories or weapons, that's what would you'd see their true value. You may have not actually. Yeah, see, like, Bear's gonna need 2 more of those. Alright, do we have ink at the top? No. Let's get ink back to the top. But, okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna show you after all this is done. It really shouldn't take too much longer. The next thing we're gonna do is Lucky 7 Strip. And then Emerald Weapon, Ruby Weapon, 1 more Descent down, and finish the game. I don't think I've ever stolen so much ink, because I always thought if I used it in the same battle, would I... Can you actually still steal one? But it'll just take up a new slot down below. Steal. Yeah, Emerald Weapon, Ruby Weapon. I'll show you right before we go fight the final boss. I'll show you right before we fight the final boss. How I have every item. And there's an easy way to count. I can go through each one. If anybody ever questions me, I can go through every single item. Yeah, Barrett's gonna need all of these. And then I can't forget to leave 1 luck source and 1 speed source when I'm all done here. Alright, let's bring ink back up top. Finally a Poodler. Let's get some Poodlers in here. Let's get some speed sources. You can still steal an ink at the end of the day, right? My goal now is to beat 22.5 hours, which I think we'll be successful in doing. We don't have too much longer left. And then I think my in-game time we're trying to beat is like at 19:30. But I'll show you. I always save my best time. Oh, whoops. I was supposed to steal an ink there. No big deal. We're actually just absolutely destroying it here. So fine that I didn't steal that last game. Let's see where we're at. With Cloud's almost completely maxed out. He needs 44 more speed sources. That's about 12. Let's get down to 10. So Cloud should be done. So Cloud's done as far as the sources that were easily able to be farmed. And really, there's no use. I can explain to you kind of how we get the other ones. 48 Productions does an amazing job at explaining. So he needs luck and dexterity. He needs a lot of dexterity. Alright, let's kill one of these guys. Let's go for dexterity here. Again. And then we will make sure to steal a ink before we leave. I kind of want to max out, or get Barrett as close to maxing out as possible, just so that when we switch to Sword, we can focus on him. We don't have to keep going back and forth. And again, I'm hoping my audio is working right now. I apologize. I'm still learning at this stream how to do it properly. Whoops. Again, forgot to steal an ink and forgot to do my own break. Alright, I don't think Barrett needs, I don't think he needs, oh no, he does need all the speed sources. He doesn't need all the luck sources. But Barrett's getting up there. Ooh. That makes another full one. Yeah. Can't screw up on the speed source front. Range tight. Okay, we gotta make sure to steal some ink. We don't have many more options. You just gotta be, quick enough that's why sometimes I like choosing to morph somebody while the enemy is mid-attack. So you just need to have enough time to get to Cloud or whoever has W item. And just need to be quick enough to get that first item chosen up top and then ready for the source to come in and start duplicating it. If you're not quick enough, the source will just populate your inventory at the very bottom. Alright, so let's steal. Oh, these are looking very good. Alright, we might be bringing in Sid Meier here in a sec. Because there's no way we're using 163. What are we doing? I think we're getting luck. 225, eh? So we need 30. Yeah. So we're gonna get 39. May as well give 39 to Sid here. Yeah, we're killing it though. So Barrett needs basically one more speed source. So let's bring in Sid and give him the rest of the luck sources. We'll definitely need him. I think Sid's extremely low on luck. Like, I think we get him late in the game. I don't know, as much as he's highly leveled with us. Where's Ink? There's Ink. Beautiful. Let's see what hit we're dealing with here. Dexterity and luck are in the 60s. So we need. Oh man, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be awfully close. Alright. And that's the thing with Poodlers here. We're not stealing anything, so every chance you can get to steal ink, steal it. Alright, now that we're, 3 minutes away from 21 hours, let's speed things up a little bit here. I'm gonna really put on this last hour and a half to beat my time. So many misses. I know Yuffie doesn't have miss tile on, but did you just see how many misses that was? Alright, is Cloud maxed out? Cloud is completely maxed out, so don't even bother with him. So ideally, maybe 4 more of these, if it goes perfectly. See, we're running low on items. That stealing ink is clutch and it just saves you 1 trip, but it's also, I just think it's annoying to do 1 trip. Make sure we get an ink here, eh? So stealing ink. Give all our luck to Sid Meier. ultimate weapon spear just looks so amazing. Wait till you see this Lucky Sevens trick. Like, I'm just so proud of it that I've always wanted to contribute to this community, and if, you know, figuring this out, I'm not sure if anybody else figured it out the way I did, but I love my method, so, and it's not too difficult. But, you know, it definitely means you can't do many escapes up until this point. In the episode 1, I basically said, don't run more than 21. Don't run away, and that's including smoke bombs. Smoke bombs, the magic escape, those all count as escapes. Can't do more than 21 to 22. Come on. Okay. There we go. Okay. Does he not have a... What are we talking about here for luck? Oof, just abysmal, eh? We're not doing horrible though. Pretty happy with this run. I mean, believe me, I could always do better. There's always room to improve. Always. And that's what I like about this. Like, you know, I've figured out stuff in this game. Get ink in there. There we go. And, yeah. Let's get back in there. Oh, and he needs it, right? He needs both. He needs one of each. Wow. How well did that work out, eh? Not exactly sure how many more Sid needs. 32 or something like that. Let's just bring Barrett back in. I forget where we were at with Barrett. We need luck, probably. No, his luck is full. So all our luck is full. Barrett needs speed. Or dexterity. And if Sid's is full too, he just needs dexterity as well. The rest of it we're going to give to Yuffie except for one. There we go. And let's customize ink back in there. And look at that. We only need speed now, but we'll still steal if we can from bad raps. We'll still steal from bad raps in order to make sure we don't run out of items down here. I think I might, if I do this perfectly, I might only have to do one more. There we go. Yeah, we're okay. We're doing well. Alright, let's, we don't need any more luck. It's just bad raps now. That's nice. It's just poodlers now. He needs 51. Woo! Look how close that was, eh? Sid is completely done. There, and these two. Let's see, yeah. How many does Barrett need? Oh, he needs like 90. He needs 90. If we can do this. Oh! How perfect. This is it. We're, okay, so I'll tell you exactly what we're going to do next. Don't have one source for each type. So remember, we're going to leave with one speed source. We're going to save. We're going to go back to Cosmo Canyon. We're going to restock those lost items that we've used up here. But we're also going to buy 99 potions and 99 high potions. And by now, I mean, money's never an issue, but... Oh! I think I gotta steal an ink. That was my bad. I have to steal an ink as well, because we're not gonna be able to buy that. One more battle. It's not bad. We'll almost guaranteed we'll only need one more battle here, but... Let's get down to about 7 here. Just want to make sure. Yeah, and then give 5 to Yuffie, just because we care. We're gonna morph. And we're just gonna morph one more bad rap, just to make sure we have, good. Okay. There we go. I think we have... Wait, no! Not luck source. We want to steal. I'm an idiot. We need to steal an ink. We need to steal an ink. See, this is where get the X potion drop here. There we go. So steal a freaking ink. Just to fill that slot. There we go. Okay, we are all done here, folks. And let's arrange type. And I think we'll have a couple of luck sources. There we go. And see, this is why we overdo it, so that even when we remove the enemy lure, we're back up to 255. Let's put enemy away on. Okay. And let's get rid of Yuffie's ribbon. And let's also give her, there's a reason we do this here. Let's give her her crystal cross. Yeah, okay. So we're done with Yuffie. May as well also tranquilize her, because we're going to get rid of her in a sec. Just going to save here once, just in case Emerald Weapon's waiting outside for us. So back to Cosmo Canyon we go. Gonna max out some items here. I always kind of avoid Corral, like the reason I didn't fly so direct, I never want to accidentally run into Ruby over the Gold Saucer Desert. Alright, let us have some fun here. This is the Lucky 7s trick, so we're gonna rebuy, we're gonna just fill up our inventory. We got like 14 million gills, so I think we'll be just fine. This should restock kind of our, just get us ready for the end. Okay. So, we're gonna do our equip now. So we bought 99 potions, high potions. This is the Lucky 7s trick. So, who do I want in the Lucky 7s? Probably Barrett. No, we want Barrett in it. No. Let's do Sid. Okay. So, everybody's gonna get an enemy skill. Everybody is going to get a... You're gonna have Master Command. We're not doing added cut this yet. We just need enemy skill. Let's just put some HP pluses on and long ranges on. Preemptive for sure. Then let's get some HP pluses on these guys. HP plus, HP plus, HP plus. And let's also get a Gil plus here. I don't think... And let's get him to have Mime as well. And then we don't want added cut just yet, but we do want added effect, so let's get this down here. We want added effect and 80s. I think we're good, and then what we'll do is we'll some Master Magic and a Master Summon up here. There we go. Okay. Oh, and as well, so Barrett's gonna get it. So first of all, we need to get our. So let's get an MP plus up here as well. MP plus. Where's MP plus? There we go. That's fine for now. Now you're gonna see. So we are gonna find out how many escapes we can do or have done. We don't. You can go to the sleeping man in the cave for how many escapes you've done, but you can also just use Chocobuckle and figure out. Oh, there's no more forest here. That's brutal, right here. You can also just use Chocobuckle and see. So we're gonna use Chocobuckle, and we're gonna get up to exactly 22 escapes. Not one less, not one more. So 22 escapes. So let's put enemy lure on because I need about 15 escapes probably. And he's got Master Magic, so we'll use enemy skill. Enemy skill, Choco Buckle. Let's see what we're at. 4. 5. And I'm just wondering, you can't do like a sneak attack escape if you want. Like, I'm trying to see where escape is. Yeah, it's almost faster just to run away. Just be holding escape, especially preemptive. That preemptive mastered. And I'm running in the jungle because the encounter rate's higher, and we have enemy lure. But if we get a preemptive one, I'm pretty sure it's like an immediate escape. So that's why we're just getting up to 22. Every once in a while, I'll cast Choco Buckle just to see kind of how close we are. But just wait to see. Like, this is how you get yourself in Lucky Sevens. And I was wrong. I posted online before that, you know, you can have 2 guys in Lucky Sevens, but it maxes out. If you use Lucky Sevens in battle, even if then you put another guy into it, then you still max out. But we're going to be using Lucky Sevens on Emerald Weapon. It doesn't kill them, but it also it really takes a huge chunk out. And then I'm gonna show you the ×5 cut too. So what are we at here? 16. So this will be 17. This will be 18. This is 19. This is 20. This is 21. And, okay, so this will be 22, but I'm just going to make sure one more time. And then there's one more material we could actually cast. 21. This is 22. This is exactly how much we want. Okay, so I'm actually going to put one more materia on, and that'll be cover. You don't want counterattacks here, so we're going to put cover on. There we go. Okay. So we have 22 escapes now. So what we're going to do is, this is kind of cool, we're just going to equip. This is exactly how it starts out. So we have 22 escapes. You want to make sure Barrett's MP is at 999, and you want to make sure he's at least over like 8,000 health. So we're going to do this, equip it, and then unequip it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get into another battle, and we really don't want him to get hit. So what we're... Oh, fuck. Oh. If this doesn't work, we got to restart. No, yeah, we got to restart. That was brutal. This always happens, but I don't know, I shouldn't have been in the forest. I should have been out here because it's a lot easier. So let's try again. So Mega Elixir, and you want to do HPMP here. So I like him to start the battle in it. You could also do this opposite and make it that he's not in the battle. But alright, let's do this the right way this time. You should have gotten me. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. Okay, let's get rid of Flash. Let's get rid of Flash. We don't need that. It's ruining us right now. Mega Elixir. Let's get rid of Flash. And let's do this. Let's try again. It's ridiculous that cover is not covering half these effing things. Okay, let's go. HP. There we go. So what we're going to try and do is cast Choco Buckle on Barrett. That's all we're trying to do. Oh, we can have manipulate too. Attack. Manipulate. Oh my goodness. I was gonna say. Okay, let's manipulate. Perfect. So we want Choco Buckle on Barret. There we go. Okay. We are ready. We are ready for the battle. Jeez, that took forever, eh? Okay, so let's get rid of enemy lures. And the other thing I'm going to show you now is, so the reason I don't do it until now is because when you do added cut master command, anything, you give an item to somebody, you're also going to cut them. So we're going to do an added cut to master command, and we also have the 4 times cut. That's the only way to get the 5 times cut. We also have Hades, long range, and we're also going to give Barret the underwater materia. Any AP in his, okay, now this is how to complete the Lucky Sevens trick. So we're going to get up to, okay, and then boom, boom, boom. He's in Lucky Sevens. We are going to start our, fight in Lucky Sevens. Barret's going to unload Lucky Sevens. I forget exactly how much that's worth. And then we're going to be proceeding by double cut, the 5 times cut, and then Sid's going to be miming that, and just watch how quickly this works. So let's save it one more time. And Hades, use other purple boosters. Okay, let's do like a speed plus as well. Let's do speed plus, luck plus, sure, and I think that's fine. The problem with counterattack is it'll break our 5. Yeah, so we don't want to do that. So, alright, watch how quick and easily this goes. So let's go find Emerald Weapon. There you are, jerk. So watch this. So we have the underwater materia equipped too. So 4 times cut in mine. So you can just kind of sit and relax and watch this happen. Barret's gonna unleash his 7s. It's like 34 times. It's something crazy. And that'll be a huge amount. And then Cloud's gonna proceed to hit him Emerald Weapon for 50,000. And then Sid will do another 50,000. And we're just gonna rinse and repeat with them. But there's something about being able to get into Lucky Sevens that easily, and just starting on this battle. I know old strategies were like escaping, like, just over 1,100 times, or just over 2,200 times. And that is great because you can easily cast it. Ooh. And, you always want the missiles to... Oh. That could be bad. Guess Barret should heal every time. At least enemy skill doesn't, go. All done. Okay, so he's done. On to Ruby. Okay, let's go trade in, Let's go trade in the Earth Harp, get a couple more master commands, or masters. And, well, Mega Elixir too. Alright, so let's go trade in that Earth Harp. And then, Ruby fight. That went pretty well, though. That gives us a bunch of master commands. And then there's a few, like... Oh, jeez. Come on. Oh, be quiet. Be quiet. Okay. And I think we need... Do we have W item? Let's get W item equipped. W item. Here we go. Because we need to customize dazers at the top. There we go. We need... Oh, and... Dazers and spiderweb. Yeah. Let's get... We need more than one spiderweb, so we're just gonna W item a couple times here. Okay, so let's just W item a couple things here. We only need one spiderweb anyways. We need a couple more lasers, so that should be good. I also need to kill there we go. Okay. We definitely want to get rid of the added cut here. Order. Get rid of added cut. There we go. So for Cloud, we want MP Turbo. I think that's blue. MP Turbo with... Oh, we need to bring this up to the top. Okay. We don't want any unmastered materia down here. So MP Turbo will go with Knights of the Round. He will also have Master Summon. And Barrett is going to have a final attack Phoenix. Phoenix. Final attack. And he's also going to have... he already has Master Summon, right? Yeah. Let's make sure Cloud has a Master Summon too. What? Do we have two Master... Hey. Okay, he does. And Barrett has Master Summon? Good. Magic plus... MP plus... Oh, Barrett's got MP plus, I'm pretty sure. There we go. MP plus... Let's, for Barrett, let's put Underwater back down here. There we go. Oh, we could put down there for, Emerald. Oh, and W Summon. I think, that's mastered, so we'll be fine for that. W Summon. And then... Summon with W Item. Who's got W Item? This guy does. W Item. Okay. We don't really need mime or anything like that. Okay. Using the whisper and all that. So, yeah. Do you have W summon? Yeah. Okay, let's check. W summon, yeah. Alright, this is how I do it. There's so many other ways. Put those guys up front. Those guys could be in the back, they have long range. So let's save. So this is how I kill Ruby. I know there's a million ways, but I just like this way, personally. Oh, let's get Mega Elixir up here too. So, range, customize, Mega Elixir. Okay. You only have to use Spiderweb once. Alright, let's get ready. Okay. So, this is how I kill Ruby. But it's me. So, y'all can be different. Alright, Angel Whisper. I should have raised Barret first. Angel Whisper. Mega Elixir. Okay, so first things that's gonna happen is Spiderweb and then Dazers. And then the very next move is double Knights of the Round. That's perfect. So this is what we're gonna rinse and repeat. When you do Spiderweb and daze, so you slow them down with Spiderweb and you daze them. So Ruby Weapon normally responds with Ultima when you do Knights of the Round. But if you have him paralyzed, he will not respond with Ultima. Dazers last exactly long enough when Spiderweb, when slow is enacted, long enough to do 2 Knights of the Round. So don't do 3. I don't mind W summon Knights of the Round. I just do this. I also have MP Turbo equipped to Knights of the Round, just to make sure it hurts 10,000 every time. It shouldn't take too long. And then, so we're gonna rinse and repeat. We're gonna do, Sid's gonna do a Mega Elixir, Barret's gonna throw 2 Dazers. I guess he could do Dazers. I like this because it makes sure he's paralyzed. But I guess you could do Mega Elixir and then Dazers, and then that's the soonest after. Yeah. We'll do Mega Elixir and then Dazers, and that should work out perfectly. This doesn't take too long, because, well, this is 10,000 each, so I think this is 13 next round, so 130,000. Ruby's got 800,000. So shouldn't take too long. 2, 3, 4. Like 7 next round, maybe? 6 next round. Oh, what's this guy's name? Good luck on your SpeedRun. What a champ. Thanks, Think Fact. This isn't like a... I don't know if you're being sarcastic. This isn't like a any percent speedrun. So I'm not trying to go against the likes of, I'm going for 100% if you see info, so really I'm trying to get every single item and everything maxed out, so we're almost done. I'm trying to go I'm trying to beat 22 and a half hours, and actually after Ruby here, I'm completely done. I just have to do the final descent and beat Sephiroth, so it should be less than 22 and a half hours. And my in-game timer, I'm trying to, whoops, this should take him out. My in-game timer, I'm trying to beat 19 and a half hours. So the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna trade in the Desert Rose, get a gold chocobo, and save. And then I'm gonna show you. So I have gotten every single item in the game, and to prove that, I can go through the list, or what you can do, I've counted it out, where if you go from the bottom, okay, so if you go to the bottom of your inventory list in your items, there are 34 blank spaces, which is a lot easier to count, I personally think. So we will go up here, get our gold chocobo, and we all know what we name our gold chocobo. Let's be honest here. Everyone names this gold chocobo Ruby. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna show you kind of the setup. Thanks, man. I really appreciate the words of encouragement. So let's do one of our last splits here. And again, like some of the hardest items to get in this game, I know are Vagrous Claw. That one is kind of frustrating. So let's just do our perfect setup here. And one more thing, I'll show you my stats again too. So my stats in all these guys are 255s, you know, other than Magic and Spirit, but it's just not worth our time. So let's do the perfect setup here. And I don't think we need any more items. So I'm going to do one more thing too. I'm going to just show everybody what I mean by this. So because you only have one ultimate weapon, I do like to fill the item list as much as possible. So we're going to switch to our crystals. We're going to switch to, I think it was this AM cannon. Yeah. Just for a second. Just to demonstrate. And we got to get rid of one got to have one Mistal also in the... And we have a ribbon because Yuffie had her fourth ribbon. And let's give him his, what's he got? Partisan or Winchester? Partisan? Okay. And we gotta PHS everybody out of it. So we gotta, whoops. We gotta take off everyone's ultimate weapon just for a second, just so I can demonstrate to everybody. So Crystal Glove, this is a little bit easier now. Just to demonstrate to everybody that we have every item in the game. So I like to, so back in Mediel, when we were buying the crystal weapons, this is what I meant. The reason we bought 2 instead of 1 was to show that we have everything. So he is it Winchester? Yeah, we bought 2 Winchesters, and then we bought a crystal on phone. Okay. So, for key items, it should be exactly 1 page. So as you can see, exactly 1 page means we're complete. We got our mithril, we got everything we need. Let's arrange this. I think yeah, okay, so there should be, I could go through this, I'll go through it slow, so if anybody ever wants to replay this and see every single item in the game. Even the sources, right? We have one of each source. But a quick way for me to confirm is there's 10 spaces in an empty page here. There should be 34. So 10, 20, 30, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 14, 24, 34. That's how I know that I've gotten every single item in the game. It's just a lot simpler for me. But, okay, let's do our final setup, and we're going to get going and finish this game. So, okay. So let's get back on their ultimate weapons. We want safety bits, remember, whenever we go down there. Whenever we go down to the bottom. Hey, I really appreciate your support, man. It means a lot. So we want Mistals. We have the 3 Mistals because of that duplication. and we want safety bits just for the trip down, because it can be awfully treacherous with all those instant deaths. So this is kind of how I do it. So master magic. Let's do that. What else do we have? Oh, and I also have one of every mastered materia. I know we can go through that too, but let's give him that. Anything mastered, we obviously want to fill up Barrett's missing score, because it makes it more powerful. What else do we have here? Magic counter. I'm not gonna do counters. We're gonna do a master command added cut. This is how we get that 5 times cut instead of 4 times cut. We're gonna give Barrett a master command, and we're gonna give Sid a mime. Okay, everybody gets an enemy skill. Everyone gets a mastered enemy skill. Next, Sid's gonna get a mime, so everybody can do a 5 times cut. And then let's give him W item, W summon, W magic. Cloud is gonna have his double cut, and we have the master command added cut. Just a second. Oh, whoops, sorry. Sorry. My bad. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments here. I don't know what so I think people have done 100% before, but not on the PS4 version. And I explained that, like, you know, the PS4 version has that times 4 or times 3 speed, and it doesn't like speed up the in-game timer, but I just feel it gets through dialogue quicker, and I love the times 3 speed. Like, I never do no encounters. We have enemy away materia for that. I never plus, I don't know, there's like, I don't know, I really want this to become a thing. Like, I want this to become a competitive thing, bracket, because I think I can even do better than this. And then just one last thing. I'll get back to that as we're talking about it. You know what? When I finish the game, I'll kind of go through what we're doing. But last thing here, again, added effect Hades in Cloud's weapon is always amazing, and may as well give him a master summon. Okay, so I think we're good to go, because we don't really need anything else. Like, we're just going to be basically doing physical attacks, and you're going to see this like times 5 cut that's just destroys. And may as well give Sid a flash. So I just want to go to check, and we got a mime, we've got mime, and we've got that 4 times cut, and we got all HP pluses. Yep, and we've got long. Oh, last thing, Cloud and Sid should have long ranges. I know I'm kind of dilly-dallying here, but where's this long range? Perfect. Okay. And Cloud's weapon should really cause a lot of... There we go. Okay, so we are about to finish the game. So I think this should be a speedrun. Like, I'm sure in speedrunning world, they think times 3 is kind of like cheating, but I think everyone should be held to the same standard. And in the PS4 version with this times 3, I mean, I think I have the record for in-game timer, which is like, in-game timer was like, oh yeah, I'm slower than I have before. My in-game timer, I think, was 1936. I did a couple months ago, which I didn't stream, but I'll show you my save file. I don't know what the world record is. I once saw it online. Somebody on YouTube or someone had a 100% run at 22 and a half hours. So that's why I'm trying to beat 22 and a half hours, and I'm obviously going to beat it now. So I've shown, okay, so key items. Okay, head all the way back down, safety bit temporarily. Okay. I don't know. I don't even know if this is worth submitting. How fast do I think I could go? So, well, we're about to find out. This is the first time I've ever streamed my entire run. So, if I can, I don't think I can beat 22 hours. I'm at 21:44 right now. So, I don't know. If I can beat, oh, I always save right here too, just for my in-game timer. But, okay, so my in-game timer is 1950. I think, oh, I also game overed once in this game with, oh, no, I purposely game overed. Because I had, at Demon's Gate, I accidentally had Eris not have a unique weapon. So, or she had a unique weapon, so we were going to lose that. So, I purposely, so that probably took me back 5 to 10 minutes. I think I can beat 22 hours. I'm going to try and beat 22 hours right now. And we all know that we stopped the timer. It seems like everybody, I love watching the any percenters getting like, they're all close to 7 hours now with the Cosmo Canyon skip. We all stopped the timer at, alright, let's go. As soon as Sephiroth is killed. The final Sephiroth, like the one where you get Omni Slash. Alright, let's go. And the only thing we're going to change here is, yeah, that's fine. The only thing I'm going to change here is I think I had enemy, okay, so we're going to take away our safety bits, put on ribbons. And I think there's something like kind of really spiritual about taking away enemy away and just seeing what your percentage is. I think it's like 30%. Every time you land on a rock here, there's a 30% chance to get an enemy. So, what's the fastest way to get through? It's a pretty clever way to double check your inventory. Is there a current, if so, what is currently, if you know? I actually have no idea. So this is the 5 times cut. Oh, I didn't even need 5 times cut. The fastest way to get to level 99. Okay, so if you watch my streams, there's like, I can tell you exactly the fastest way to get to level 99. So the first one is in the first reactor. Fight on the upper piping level until you're at 89 potions. That is a great way to farm at the beginning because that's actually an incredibly lucrative area. Next thing you're gonna do is you farm a little bit in the second reactor. Once you're at the Sheener building, before you go into the meeting, before you climb like up the toilet. Man, that's hilarious. So, when you're at the Sheener building, you can actually, like, you can go up not the stairwell, but like where you go up through the floor stairwell, like a 59 and above, and you can farm in that little, like, there's like this little hallway on level 68. I think this is all episode 1 to me. So that's big. The next thing I do is, like, that's in my first episode of this run, that I show how you can farm in this like little concealed area. That's amazing. Then the next place I farm is that classic Junon kind of glitchy thing. So after you get the buggy, you go back to Junon. Oh, what? Why am I not miming? Yeah, that was quick. After you go to Junon, after you get the buggy, go back to Junon, where you go to the submarine hallway, and the what do you call it? The underwater reactor hallway, and you activate an alarm, and you fight guys that you shouldn't be fighting till the end of the game. So that's how I usually get my guys up to about level 68 to 70, and then at the end, level 99, the quickest way is honestly magic pots. Magic pots, in that I just went through that area, like the swampland in the bottom crater. They are faster than Medial. They are, like, I know some people like to farm in Medial or the sunken Gelnica, but if you want to be as efficient as possible, you need to go to You need to do the magic pots. You're gonna master all your materia before you get every guy to level 99. I also mastered 2 experience ups, and one thing I do that it saves me a trip up and down through the North Crater. So in episode 4, I show how as soon as you get experience up, as early as possible, you equip it to Barrett, because Barrett is the second person ever in your party. And what you do is you always have Barrett who has experience up. And anybody, while you're raising your heroes, the 3 guys get full experience, whoever you're fighting with. But everybody else in your party, gets half the experience. So while you raise everybody else other than Barrett, and he'll end up going to 99. He'll end up going to level 99 without you even fighting with him at the end of the game, which is great. So it just saves you 1 extra guy to raise. So if I can beat this, and I think I can. Okay, I really need to mime this time. Yeah, and I'm not going to worry about these guys. Honestly, I'm not going to set them up because we're not going to use them. But you're going to see how quick this, 5 times cut. I think 5 times cut is like the coolest extra add-on to 4 times cut that you can do. So again, what you do is, because you can't do added cut with double cut, but you can do added cut with master command and double cut, and it'll end up being 5 times cut. And basically, my guys all hurt for 50,000. So Cloud, Barrett, and Sid, just one go of them is 150,000. So this is like extremely quick here. So 4 times cut, mime, and with their amount of luck and misstyle, like they generally miss here. And 4 times cut is random where it hurts, so it might not always get where you want it, but But yeah, Magic Pots is really the best way to get up to 99. There's no... And experience up. Like, it's a bit of a grind, but... Alright, so... We are almost 8 minutes away from... I thought these guys got fully healed at this point. No, whatever. But yeah, this is, if I can do 22 hours, this is if I can beat 22 hours real time. I've never timed myself real time, ever. And I kind of like it because, like, pausing, some of, like, a lot in this speed run, I manipulate the, RNG a lot in order, and you sometimes have to do hard resets. I like that the timer goes through that. Wow, I might be able to... I think I might be able to beat 22 hours. So as soon as I finish off Sephiroth here, that's when we're going to do our end time. I also typed out my own 30-page strategy guide, so it really helps me with just staying on track and understanding everything I got to do. I can slowly fight with main, save for Sephiroth. It's just mentioning. Oh, and of course, this is the part where they blur out the kind of the end time, or the one of the end videos. I know everybody knows about Eris. That's another video that the PlayStation 4 blocks out. Oh, I forgot to show everybody the Shinra Mansion basement scene. My Lucky Sevens trick. I'm glad I got to show that online. And Chocobo Sage, every 6 battles you can get new information from him. I showed the MP Plus glitch right before you go into the Gold Saucer for the first time. And then the only other thing was the Quadra Magic Highwind glitch, but I don't need that. We don't need to use that now. So this is awesome. We're gonna beat 2155. All right, and oh, there's also a 10-second delay on my stream. I don't know if anyone. Hold on. And stop. That's awesome. So I'll just go through my times again. I know the reason these things are red here is because you can't. It's even glitch. It even blocks out the last scene. That's ridiculous. Well, I really appreciate you watching. The reason these times here are they say plus and like in the red is because I had all my times at 0 where I should have just had them empty. Wait. So the video is blocked because they block out 2 scenes in the game, and that's obviously the fate of Eris right at the end of disc 1, and I guess they block out the end game. So I don't know if it's to like make it so that people can. I don't know why they censor it. Like I don't know why. Like they just must not want to ruin it for anybody. Like they want people to, if you want to see the ending, they don't want to spoil it for anyone else. But it's kind of silly because like this game is 24 years old. I've been playing it for 24 years, and if you haven't seen the ending by now, it's kind of like almost like the Avengers movies, where it's like there comes a time when you should be able to watch it. So. It must be, I think it starts again at the credits where you can see it again. But on my PlayStation 4 right now, I can see it. Yeah, so I can see it, but because I stream directly through my PS4, it actually says at the top left of my TV, it'll say like, this scene is blocked. And I know for this game, it blocks the Eris scene, and it blocks this scene at the end, which is ridiculous. I mean, I think we've all seen it by now, so... And yet... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just need a better computer. But my PlayStation 4 itself is blocking this, so that's ridiculous. I can't enjoy it with other people, but... Yeah, so I have a strategy guide that I've typed out, and if this type of speedrun gains more popularity, then I'll for sure do more speedruns in the future. I'm actually going to be doing this speedrun for charity coming up soon, and we'll probably easily have over 100 viewers because it'll be with a friend of mine who's really big on Twitch. And I think Twitch is kind of the place to be doing streams, but YouTube's just easier for me. But it's kind of weird that this is blocked out. So, yeah, I don't know. So I've loved this game for 24 years. I think 100% is a lot more fun to get every single item in the game, because there are some items that are super difficult to get in the game, and I love watching any percent runs, but I don't know. I want to get the full experience, and I mean also to max out your guys all at 99 and just absolutely destroy Emerald and Ruby. And I remember about 5 or 6 years ago, I came up with the Lucky Sevens trick and I was just doing some math equations and using some materia, and I feel like my Lucky Sevens trick is like it's amazing because it's so much easier to achieve, where every single battle you could have all 3 of your guys start in Lucky Sevens without cheating too much. So I'll just repeat what that is one more time. So the Lucky Sevens trick is okay. So normally we raise our Choco Buckle. Like, so Choco Buckle, the enemy skill Choco Buckle, and I show everybody how to get that. It's so much easier in episode 4 near once you get the high wind. It's so much easier to get Choco Buckle than trying to get it early on at the farms. Instead of raising your Choco, so once you get it, and how you get Choco Buckle is you feed a Chocobo whose level is divisible by 4. So like a level 16 Chocobo, level 20 Chocobo. You feed it a Medial Green, and then you cast L4 Suicide on it. And L4 Suicide can be gotten by any of the squirrel-like enemies in the game, so like Mews or Trick Plays. So once you get Choco Buckle damages based on how many times you've run away in the game. And so that includes when you use a smoke bomb, that includes when you use the magic escape, that's when you run away from a battle. So there's a couple things you could do. You could run away 10,000 times, and then you have an extremely powerful move, but that's just, you have other moves that hurt about 10,000, so there's no reason to do that. But one of the ways is having like, you can have your guys constantly run into the swamp and get them to automatically run away, and you leave it on overnight and you'll get up to 10,000 escapes. Another thing you can do with Choco Buckle is raise it up to 1,111 or 2,222 escapes. And then if you cast it on anybody twice or once respectively that has full health, like 9999, you'll automatically put them into Lucky Sevens. But I also feel like that takes way too much time to do. So the trick is you only escape 22 times. And you can only escape 22 times in the game, or else it won't work. Once you do that, equip one of your guys with HP plus and MP plus, and make sure that their health is 9999 and 999 respectively. Swap out HP MP, leads them to so then their health will look like this. Their health will look like 999 over 9,999. Then use high potions and potions to get them up to 7,799, and then just use Choco Buckle and it'll put them in Lucky Sevens. Or you could use Choco Buckle beforehand on them and then raise their health up, and it'll put them in Choco Buckle before the battle, or you can do it during battle. The hardest single part to accomplish in the speedrun. Okay, so RNG. So a lot of games have RNG, and in most speedruns, RNG is brutal. RNG, I believe, stands for Random Number Generator, and what that does is it's based off of drop rates. So in this game, there's some prizes you can win, and there's some battles you can do where some enemies only drop. There's only a few items in the game that you can't steal or morph. And I've optimized my speedrun to the point where if I'm able to steal or morph an item from an enemy in the future, then I won't wait for it to drop from an enemy now. Every item that could be steal or morphed is steal or morphed, because it's pretty much a guarantee. You don't have to do 100 battles. So I would say the hardest part about the speedrun is just hoping that the item drops on the first time. So the ones that you need to drop because you can't steal them anywhere else is, so I know the Grand Horn, which is in Gongaga grass. So the Gongaga world map on the grass, you need to get a Grand Horn. Or no, you need to, I think they drop, sorry, you fight a Grand Horn, and it drops an Earth Drum. Hold on, yeah. You need to get a War Gong. So he has to drop that. So it's just luck. The next thing you need, the worst one is getting an Earth Mallet from a Gigas, which is right in the crater. But the hardest part, the hardest RNG, is the freaking Speed Square. So the Speed Square, there's 3 items that can be dropped there. There's the Super Sweeper, the Masamune Blade, and the 135th Soldier. And so you're gonna pick up the 135th soldiers. You pick those items up in the game, so you don't need that. But the Super Sweeper and Masamune Blade, you can only get the Super Sweeper item at the Speed Square, and you can get the Masamune Blade at Battle Square when you're doing when you can do the special battle in Disc 3 when you have Cloud's Ultimate Weapon. But it's so much easier. Well, it's not easier, but it's more prevalent it's more prevalent at the Speed Square. So the hardest thing in the game is making sure you get the Super Sweeper and the Masamune Blade, because I've had it before where I've won the Speed Square. So you only need to get over 3,000 points to get these prizes. But just RNG, just fate has it where it just keeps dropping the Super Sweeper, it just keeps dropping the 135th soldier, and you waste so much time. You waste so much time. Like you have, I'm looking at my guide right now. So 50% chance to drop the Masamune Blade and a 25% chance to drop the Super Sweeper. So it's just luck. I mean, I think that's the hardest part. I think that's the hardest part about the speed run is luck. Is like I'm trying to think. Like I don't even think there's many bosses that I have a hard time with because I'm leveling up. But the farming area in Junon can be tough at the beginning. Another random drop that's like next to impossible to get. And I use enemy lure for this one just to get as many battles in as possible. So when you're in the Shinra Mansion, you need to get Vampire Fang. Well, you can get Vampire Fang by a lot of different black bat enemies. So there's black bats. There's bats up in the Great Glacier, but you need to get them to drop a Vampire Fang. So that's another thing is I've optimized this run so much. I've done the math on where's the highest percentage of enemies that could possibly drop this. So I got to give a shout out to the strategy guide on GameFAQs, Absolute Steve. I used a lot of calculations on his enemy encounter rates to see where do you get the most enemies to drop this, and I optimized how to get all my level 4 limit breaks as fast as possible, both with enemies killed and with using limit break. I think that's episode 3 or 4. So yeah, you need to get some type of bat enemy to get the Vampire Fang, and the worst one is getting a mirror item, and that's from a mirror. Another thing I figured out was once we master the steel materia, steel turns into mug. And the problem with mug is your guys can get so powerful that they'll kill the guy in the first shot, and then if you don't successfully steal that item on the first shot, you have to go into another battle. So what I do is I shrivel. I use shrivel on one of my heroes that causes mini on them. So they're still mugging, but they're only causing 1 damage. But yeah, I would just say RNG. RNG is the most brutal thing, and you're kind of left to fate. Like, there's nothing you can do with RNG except for do a hard reset. So every time you reset the game, you could think that your RNG goes back to 0 or default. And that's what we did to get that gold chocobo within like 20 minutes. Like the gold chocobo, if you kind of toy around with RNG, you can get a gold chocobo a lot faster. And I got to give credit to a YouTube video for helping me with that. I don't know. This game, I love this game so much. And I grew up to this game. And I'm definitely going to do I'm definitely going to do a charity run for this soon for a cause that I really care for. I think there's one other really hard part in this game that I can't think of right now, but yeah, there's some bosses. There's some bosses that are frustrating, but the other thing is every time I play this game, I learn something new. So in this run, the last thing that's hard to get, and one of the worst RNG drops, is Kiss of Death. So at the end, when you're down in the crater the first time, the North Crater, you have to get one of the hardest items to find is Kiss of Death, and that's from a death dealer. I believe it's. I think they're called death dealers. Okay, so the credits are done. So it should say I can start. Is it credits now? No, credits are done. So the Kiss of Death is from. Hey, think fact. I really appreciate you witnessing this for the first time. Um, thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot. Um, I really appreciate it, and hopefully someday I can get a little bit better at this and even optimize it more. But you're the first one. You are the first one to witness me do a speed run and actually tag in a time. So thank you so much. And I'll just finish explaining to anyone else watching the Kiss of Death and Roulette enemy skill, and then I'll kind of shut it down from here. But I appreciate it, man. Have a good time getting that work done. So with the Death Dealers are kind of in the I think it's like a Bone Valley, or it's called something. It's the right path in the North Crater, and basically you need to get the Roulette enemy skill, and you need them to drop a Kiss of Death. So I use enemy lure for that as well. But what I've learned is with Roulette, so Roulette can kill you if you don't have safety bit on, but it'll also kill the Death Dealer itself, because what it is basically like roulette, and wherever the cursor lands on, which, by the way, I don't know if anyone agrees, it kind of looks like Mickey Mouse's glove. I really appreciate it, man. That you've just made my day. So the one thing I'll just explain is that, so with Death Dealer, one thing I do is once one of my guys gets the enemy skill, I will kill them off, and I guess I could kill both guys off. No, it's not worth it with the Marlboro down there and possibly casting Bad Breath right away. But you get the enemy skill Death Force from an Adamantite on Wutai Beach. Cast that on the Death Dealers. So I don't know if it's worked, because it didn't happen on this speed run. But cast it on the Death Dealers, because if the roulette lands on them, it might actually protect them from killing them, and you might not have to do another fight. The source farming is brutal, but I'm glad I figured out that ink trick in order to preserve, and also the high potion and prioritizing items, what they have, in order to farm sources. Ruby weapon I've pretty much mastered. I would love to beat Ruby some other way, but I ain't doing that. But yeah, RNG. It's all about RNG. I'm just going through this really quickly. Wall market's not a problem. Graveyard, I've gotten really good with that memory cursor. Memory cursor does wonders. Memory cursor does wonders. Aftermath, climbing up the plane. Again, big credit to Absolute Steve. He's kind of inspired me to do this. And it's funny. The funniest thing I have to say, the last thing I'll say here, is that with Absolute Steve, and actually, while I'm here, so we saved at 1950. My best ever, no, that can't be right. Is this one. 1923 for in-game timer. And so how slow was I? 27 minutes. It's an absolute difference. Absolute Steve, funny enough, I had like 3 things to add to tell him. To tell him about where to farm early on, about, I think, my Lucky Sevens trick. I wanted to explain to him my Lucky Sevens trick. And I tried to email him on GamesFAQs, and GamesFAQs wouldn't let me email him because I didn't have enough credit in the community, and I always thought that was really funny. So, but he also, I did notice that Absolute Steve stopped contributing to that fact. He stopped updating that app on July 7th, 2007. And I think that was purposeful, because 777, I mean, Final Fantasy 7 has so many 7 mentions in it. Yeah, like beta enemy skill early on. It's good to get beta enemy skill really early on. in the game. That is a tough fight. I gotta say, he can really mess you up, even with all the tricks that we all know with fire elemental in the armor and tranquilizing and that. Euphies can be a frustrating RNG. Stealing the Shinra Beta can be a frustrating RNG. Train tracks. Gold Saucer though, like I dread Speed Square. Battle Square. This speed run, I messed up Battle Square at the end there. How many times, eh? Like, if anybody watched episode 4, that was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. I'm usually a lot better at the slots, and I just screwed myself over a lot there. Krell Prison, there's a few places where thieves are just, like, if they steal a unique item and you can't kill them in time, that can really mess you up. Your luck in getting to the Sleeping Man near Junon Forest. The Sleeping Man and getting the odds to get the 2 mithrils. That's brutal. I've never had it before where Eris has gotten her level 3-2 in the city in the Temple of Ancients. So thank goodness for that, because that would be a game over for me. And yeah, we talk about RNG in the farming area, in the Junon farming area, to get the 89 Deadly Waste. That is all up to fate. And then Nibelheim. Yeah, we talked about that. Rocket Town. Raising your guys. That's not too bad. Dachau. Wutai. Gold Saucer. Anyways, I'm optimizing every day. But think fact. Don't think you know. It's crazy. The nice thing about streams and YouTube is, like, nobody knows where anyone is in their life. And that really, really means a lot. Great Glacier. The snowboard, the Great Glacier. The Great Glacier. Not passing out and getting added cut-in time can be a close one. You got to use that shrivel to get that circlet, or else you're probably not going to get it. Whirlwind Maze, I was always really, really bad by that, the blowing wind, the gaps, the cliff gaps. I was always really bad at that. I'm really bad at escaping from Junon, getting that key from the ground. And then, that's it. It's all fun from there. So, yeah, I mean, for Condor, Medial, Back, Lucretia, Submarine Fun. I hate the submarine game, but I did really well in the submarine game this time. Did really well in the submarine game. Underwater Junon Reactor can be kind of frustrating with the ghost ship. Oh, the Battle Square and ghost ship doing go and eye on you. That can be brutal. So it's good. That's why we steal the smoke bombs. L4 Suicide on them, on Ghost Ship and Corvette, to get the guidebook and light curtain respectively is good. RNG with gold chocobo racing, the sneak attack and enemy away. Like, we got sneak attack on race number 10 in S class, and that couldn't have worked out better. That can take a while. Because we don't have on, do we have ribbons? Oh yeah, but we only have 2 ribbons at that point. When you're in the Sunken Gelnica for the first time, and Reno and Rude can mess your life up with the confusion, because your guys are so powerful. So when they confuse you, it doesn't, like, Cloud usually Cloud's confused because he's shriveled to steal to Zedric and Tuffering. If he's not shriveled in time, he will kill all your guys. And I mean, Sunken Galnica to begin with, like, I usually at the beginning have enemy away on there because I hate those guys can mess your life up. Midgar, I always hated returning to Midgar until I had enemy away. That because the enemy encounters are just insane, and then the last guys are like simple. So, and then Emerald Weapon really gave up. Emerald Weapon really gave a fight. And then North Crater. I know we talked about Death Dealer and that, but like, I sometimes have a hard time finding the parasites to get the L5 Death enemy skill first. Some of the enemy skills are kind of like they elude you, like Poland Salta with the Angel Whisper. Sometimes you don't see her for a while. The hardest, the one that you feel the most helpless is the Marlborough in the North Crater, and his first move before you even have a chance is Bad Breath. And because we all have safety bits. So none of your guys are protected from it. And so you have Toad, Mini, Sleeple, and Poison at the very least. Probably Darkness too. And so you're sleeping, you're spinning, your Toads. As soon as one wakes up, you're still confused, so you end up attacking each other. But your Toads, so the first thing to do, Mega Elixir right away, so you have some time to do some Cornucopias or Maiden's Kisses to reverse those effects. But then he'll do Bad Breath again. I've had it where, that is a fight and a half. And then Source Farming, and then Final Time, and, thanks for anybody who watched this. It's awesome. I really, really appreciate it. I feel like this was a big success today. And, it's 8:10 in the morning. But take care, guys. I'm going to probably end this stream now. But just going to... Oh yeah, and think fact, I didn't even realize what you said there. So, the monster before Seth didn't have to have the two parties fight him at a time. So that is all based off of like when those last fights against Bizarro, Sephiroth, and all that. Bizarro Sephiroth is all based off of like how many level 99s you have, if you have Knights of the Round, like the 3 parties and 2 parties and 1 party there's like so many hidden statistics in the back. Like I know so Bizarro Sephiroth has 40,000 base HP, and then modifiers are based on Knights of the Round and level 99s. So because I have all 8 of my parties at level 99 before I start fighting them, I always have to do 3 parties, but sometimes you only do 1. Sometimes it'll say, do you want 1 party, or it'll give you the option of like 1 party or 2 parties. It's not really an option, it just tells you what you're going to be doing it. So and with Ruby, God, some of the things people do with Ruby is, insane. Like some people, have counter Materia is really good. But I just think, if you have the MP Turbo on Knights of the Round, because he's got some really high resistances, and you use the Dazers, you use the Spider Web at the very beginning, you use Dazers, and then just W summon, Knights of the Round, rinse, repeat, you're good. There's no world record. All right, well, I am all done here. Whoa, 18. Let's see. I'm just gonna end the run. I just want to make sure. Well, guys, that's it for me. But until next time.